Spark Books here. Today, I'm going to explain the book, Captivology, by Parr. Take care, enjoy the book, and have a nice day. Captivology, 2015, shows that, in our modern world of rapidly proliferating information, attention is a scarcer and therefore more valuable resource. Knowing what drives our attention, however, and being aware of how we direct it, can help us reclaim this resource. Based on scientific research, the author reveals techniques for drawing people's attention to any project, idea or message. Key idea number 1. In a world of infinite information, attention is scarce. 174 newspapers daily, right? Today's average person is exposed to the equivalent of that many newspapers daily. 20 years ago, Americans only read 48 newspapers, less than a fifth of what we do now. Good ideas become groundbreaking with attention. It won't just appear. Let's explore how to hold your audience's attention. In response to this information assault, we dart from thing to thing, spreading our attention thin. Content creation is easy. YouTube, blogs, and Instagram make creating fresh information easy. We have less hours and more data, therefore we must divide our focus. This causes short attention spans, multitasking, and distractibility. Getting attention for your cause may seem hopeless. Average startup, investors, journalists, product users, and team members are needed. The startup must also overcome the unproductive habits we've all established while dealing with the daily flood of irrelevant information. Pay attention. Success depends on it. Facebook relies on our attention. Good enough isn't enough. We all know talented musicians who don't inspire Beatlemania-like fanaticism. Even Van Gogh sold only one painting in his lifetime. Good ideas become groundbreaking with attention. It won't just appear. Let's explore how to hold your audience's attention. Key idea number 2. Attention must be built up gradually, like a fire. 3 steps. Start with kindling and add larger logs until the flames are steady. Just like you require kindling to start a fire, you must first grab people's attention using their instinctive responses and reflexes. We naturally scan our surroundings for danger. If someone shouts at a party, you'll be briefly distracted. Because it's dangerous, you can't control it. After lighting the kindling, add a log. After instant attention, brief attention is needed. We notice something new then. All significant information is retained in working memory, where it can be readily overwritten by a distraction. When we observe something new, dopamine sparks our short attention. Dopamine helps us stay motivated. With our own knowledge and experience, we can focus for a long time. If something consistently aligns with our values, taste, etc., our long-term memory will identify it as important. Beyoncé understands long-term focus. Beyoncé delivered a surprise album by tweeting, "Record sales soared." Why? She spent years introducing herself and her job so people would notice her automatically. Capture the audience's instant attention and turn it into long-term interest. Gaining long-term attention requires patience and kindling. Key idea number 3, automaticity trigger. Use sensory cues to trigger instant attention. Remember the last time you snubbed a stunning red-shirted woman? Nope. Because our brain sifts through environmental information unconsciously, attractiveness and vivid hues grab our attention. Our brain has limited space, so it filters information, looking for signs like color, movement, and sound. We employ heuristics to make faster and better decisions based on these brief clues. 2 heuristics can help people notice your concept. First, contrast. We immediately notice what stands out. We're physiologically programmed to notice certain hues, such as that gorgeous red-shirted lady or that yellow-striped wasp. Changing an online sign-up button from green to red can improve subscriptions by 33%. You can also use attention-grabbing symbols or thoughts. Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking Fast and Slow, argues the brain is associative, connecting words, images, meanings, and feelings. The heartbleed bug uses contrast and association to grab attention. In 2014, a software issue allowed hackers to remotely access communications, steal passwords, and more. Codenomicon raised public awareness about the flaw by naming it Heartbleed and giving it a logo of a red heart dripping with blood. Now that you know how to grab attention, let's keep it. Key idea number 4, the framing trigger. Frame your message to hold the audience's attention. Why do you read specific Facebook posts? Your options depend on your perspective. Reference frames assist us sift the endless flow of information. This is how we interpret things generally, based on our past experiences, expectations, and interests. Wording can be a frame of reference since it alters how we perceive a message. Politicians often utilize framing, using gun safety instead of gun control. First sounds reasonable, while second suggests government action. 2 tools assist you understand people's perspectives. First, learn how your audience thinks and adapt your message. Learn their cultural norms and opinions. Mistakes can be disastrous. Revlon advertised camellia-scented perfume in Brazil without realizing that this flower is used for funerals. The perfume failed because the corporation didn't adapt to its audience's culture. Invoke FOMO to emphasize your topic's relevance. Fear of scarcity makes us focus on what we're missing. Limit access to your product by selling only one per day. This makes your product special. Former Facebook manager believes the site charms us by delivering exclusive information. This feeds our fear of missing out and drives us to sign up. Now that you're on their radar, you can captivate their attention. Key idea number 5, the reward trigger. Understand people's motives and help them succeed. When was your last smartphone check? Earlier? Daily smartphone checks average 110. Why? Dopamine. Remember? Dopamine is released when we experience new things, which is why our phones beep. New text, message, news? We're driven by the prospect of pleasure or a possible reward. Extrinsic rewards motivate us briefly but don't sustain us. Money, food, and awards are examples. After getting them, we look for the next reward. External benefits motivate us to accomplish something, but not to excel or enjoy it. One evaluation of 92 papers on salary and satisfaction indicated a weak link between the two. Intrinsic incentives follow. These appeal to our passions and values and hold our attention. Intrinsically motivated people want independence, power, romance, and status. Consider 2 reasons to read: an assigned text and wanting to learn. Extrinsic versus intrinsic motivation. Keeping your audience interested requires knowing what inspires them and giving them intrinsic benefits. Google gives employees 1 day a week to concentrate on personal projects. Curiosity, autonomy, and independence lead to intrinsic reward. We're physiologically wired to set and achieve goals. Extrinsic benefits might attract someone's attention temporarily, while intrinsic rewards win long-term devotion. Key idea number 6, reputation trigger. Use people's faith in experts, authority, and the mob. After Snowden disclosed NSA information, public faith in the government decreased from 53% to 16%. 52% trust media. What builds or destroys trust? We use reputation as a shortcut to judge whether to trust something. If you're a fan of fantasy literature and see a new J.K. Rowling book, you'll assume it's worth your time because of Harry Potter. We trust authorities and specialists. We're conditioned to pay attention to these characters to avoid unpleasant repercussions, like disregarding physicians or police officers, or because they're charismatic and inspiring, like the Dalai Lama or Oprah Winfrey. Crowds define a good reputation. While one expert can be wrong, 1,500 diners can't be wrong. 1-star rise on restaurant review site Yelp increases restaurant sales by 5 to 9%. We trust crowd assessments and generally follow them to avoid social estrangement. How do you engage an audience? Participate. In 2010, Vitamin Water used a Facebook app to crowdsource flavor, label, and bottle design. The winner received $5,000. Black Cherry and Lime was a hit with almost 40,000 participants. Reputation combines credibility and value beliefs, so get a reputable person to endorse your proposal to raise awareness. Key idea number 7, the acknowledgement trigger. Tap your audience's demand for approval. Someone says, "You're special. I understand and care for you." Comment, "This individual is captivating." Weird. We crave recognition, validation, and understanding. You adore it when your crush compliments your outfit, recognition, your boss praises you, validation, and your pal listens to and empathizes with your troubles, understanding. 3 emotions build trust. Trust makes us pay attentively. We pay attention to what notices us. Flirting validates us, so we pay attention. Focusing on our identity, ideals, and distinctiveness comes easily. We like Facebook because our friends pay attention to us, not because we can see what they're doing. Likes, friends, favorites, and following improve product attention since they validate us. Recognizing and caring about your audience will get their attention. Vitamin Water? The corporation trusted its audience's judgment and let them choose the new product. The reward offered recognition. This method can be used small scale. Reciprocate if someone recognizes you or your effort. This will captivate her. The acknowledgement trigger is the most effective since it meets basic requirements. Validating your audience's actions helps you win and keep their attention. To view more content like this, subscribe. Don't forget to like and turn on notifications. The channel really benefits from it. I appreciate you being here.